NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights coming up next. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Milwaukee Bucks 106, Toronto Raptors 710. NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Brooklyn Nets 118, Atlanta Hawks 98.
Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. The Lakers begin the game with the basketball. Schroeder to James. Baseline drive. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Rises for the slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To James. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Anthony Davis rejects it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Smith to Schroeder. Nice pass to get things going. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid missed his first. That one goes.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Schroeder to James. Driving right to the basket. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Sixers control it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Simmons. To Tobias Harris. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Schroeder to Davis. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Kuzma to Schroeder. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Turns and slams it down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. LBJ has it. LeBron James. He's now 5 for 6. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Smith now into the front court. Leads just a point. James to Davis. Anthony Davis. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Substitution being made in this one. Cruises inside for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Kyle Kuzma. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And the defender's got to take note. Otherwise, that shot's going up all game long.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Down 6. Oh, Ben Simmons. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Kyle Kuzma. James to Davis. Dwight Howard tips it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Luke Walton making some changes on the court. Caldwell Pope. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Cook to bring it into the front court. Leads 5. From the painted area, won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
The drive, right to the basket, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Ben Simmons, he's got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's James controlling the offense. Surveys the floor to Davis. Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Gets to the basket and scores.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Simmons with it. Down 4. Throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
And 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. LeBron James up against the 8-time All-Star. For 3. His first effort off the mark. To Simmons. Rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 33, Marc Gasol.
James.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Short jumper stays out.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Yo, Ed, how's that saying go? Fool me once, you used up the free pass. You know how they're calling this one. Ease up on the aggressive plays on the ball.
Misses the first.
Number 5, Markieff Morris.
Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. LeBron into the front court. Down by 1. Joel Embiid sends it away. Goes reverse to lay it in.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Off the iron. It came out. Caldwell Pope to James. Stuffs it down with authority.
A lot of talk in the offseason that Philly might be one of the landing spots for LeBron in free agency. Didn't happen. But it would have been interesting to picture the King playing alongside his heir, Ben Simmons, and the process, Joel Embiid.
And now they'll play Hack-a-Dwight and send Howard to the line with the intentional foul.
Now here's your chance to make them pay for making you the target of hacking. Well, actually, your free throw shooting made you a target, but you can still fix that.
And hits the first free throw.
That boy got jumper.
And he makes them both. James into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. And Jay, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the final 2 minutes.
5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Trying to cash in. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Embiid. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cleans the offensive glass. Marc Gasol swats it. He'll put it up at the buzzer. Ben Simmons sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Here we go. Here we go.
For the 76ers. For the safety of our players, we ask that you refrain from any flash photography during the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Simmons to Danny Green for three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Here's Schroeder with it. Leads 3. Runner here won't go down. Here's Simmons with it up top. He'll run the offense. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Schroeder to James. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Schroeder with the basketball. Up by 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Schroeder to James. And look out.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. LBJ.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Schroeder.
Watch that cutter.
Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
LeBron into the front court. His team up by 1. To Schroeder. Now a steal by Philly. To Danny Green. From long range. No good. Across the timeline comes James. Looking to make something happen. Count the basket at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. Fires the 3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it.
Entering the game for Los Angeles.
Able to convert on both free throws. Sixers control it. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good. Smith into the front court. Up 5. To James. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
Hey, look. Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
Montrezl Harrell with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Dwight Howard with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Kyle Kuzma. Driving right to the basket. Dwight Howard pins it. Simmons into the front court. 5-point game. Runner here won't go. To Schroeder. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Danny Green. Harris to Simmons. Good look that time, but off the mark. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His team up by 7. James to Schroeder. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal. Danny Green to Simmons. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he missed the free throw. Schroeder, great feed, sets it up. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot in.
LeBron James with the rock. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Danny Green picked up by Schroeder. To Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green. To Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Simmons to Embiid. Has a look. Embiid shot off the mark. Schroeder to James. Kuzma to James. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Simmons with it. Down 11. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Lakers ball. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys trail by 13. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Dwight Howard, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. LeBron with it up top. It's an 11-point game. To Schroeder. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Simmons. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
LBJ with it. to Kyle Kuzma. Nothing going here on that drive. Davis. Anthony Davis. That's 3 now on 4 shots. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
To Simmons. And he finishes at the rim.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
James with the interception. Great defensive play. He gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Anthony Davis. He's now 4 for 6.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lakers have it. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Simmons. Out of bounds, off Ben Simmons. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Swings it to Kyle Kuzma. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Kyle Kuzma has got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Sixers have the basketball. Goes to the left side. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Fires the 3. Off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
No good. To Simmons. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots, shooting 80% in this contest. Oops, he missed the first one. Oh, he missed on a pair. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Simmons. Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. Kuzma to Schroeder. The drive right to the basket, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Lets it fly from long range, smothering D. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Lakers worked hard for their halftime lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. The 76ers are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrapping, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarding in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Philadelphia 76ers were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
The chosen one couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Tobias Harris. 4-3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock winding down. James. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
LeBron into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. To Kyle Kuzma. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He gets it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
And the finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Smith to James. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Tight space with the crossover. LeBron James. Almost, but no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Two for two on that trip. It's James controlling the offense. Schroeder to James. Sizing up the defense. James to Schroeder. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
James into the front court. Up by 6. Schroeder to J.R. Smith. To Schroeder. Has a chance. Can't connect. To Embiid. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
And ISO basketball is becoming a thing of the past. Team basketball is back. And if you have that personnel with the versatility plus the mindset, game over.
Schroeder to James. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Ah, the monster stuff. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Schroeder to James. And he's going to the free throw line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. To Simmons. To Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Here's Schroeder with it. Leads 4. The jumper's off the mark. Count the bucket for 2.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Simmons with it. His guys trail now by 4. Baseline drive. The shot won't fall. Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen.
Oh, met at the summit, Ed.
I was sure that was going to be a dunk, Jay. What control by the defender. Well defended. LeBron into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
You're on the island now.
To Simmons. Goes to the right side. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Up by 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Here's James. Just not going down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Drive here, but the shot stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 1, Mike Scott.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
LeBron James has got 2 shots coming, shooting 80% in this contest. And hits the first free throw.
It's like practice.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
James. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's shooting 71% so far. And he misses that one free throw. Has a look. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
First one goes down. And he makes them both.
I like that.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
From long range, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Time to shuffle things up. Simmons to Seth Curry. LeBron James. Huge block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Lakers at the controls right now. Cook shot won't go. Howard to Embiid. And the finish. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there. Another follow. Stays out. Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit is 6. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
LBJ has it. He'll get it down low to Harold. Joel Embiid rejects it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Caldwell Pope to James. Oh, big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Simmons into the front court. Trailing by 4. Seth Curry to Howard. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? It's Cook with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Knocks it down from mid-range. Sixers control it. To Simmons. Danny Green. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
James. Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Fires the three. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
To Gasol, down low. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, count it.
Oh, yeah, come right back to me.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Seth Curry to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Danny Green with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. It's good. Has the hot hand and a 4-point play. Quinn Cook guarded by Howard. Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the 4th quarter with, more importantly.
Short jumper won't fall. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Los Angeles has the basketball. Schroeder, down low Gasol. Won't go. Almost. Unlucky bounce.
Hey, lock up.
Gasol, deep left corner. To Schroeder. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Into the game for Philadelphia, number 3.
And the Lakers clear. Here's Schroeder with it. His team up by 1. Cleaning the offensive glass. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Anthony Davis. Tips it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To J.R. Smith. Schroeder. To Davis. Kyle Kuzma. And the rebound taken in by Johnson. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Kyle Kuzma. Schroeder. To Davis. Here comes the screen. Schroeder up against the 8-time All-Star. Has a chance. No, I missed a short one there. It's James controlling the offense. Takes it coast to coast and the strong finish at the rim.
How on earth are you going to let someone go coast to coast in a tight game like this?
To Seth Curry. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
A fundamental shot right there.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Here's LeBron for 2. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Lays it up and in.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
LBJ. Nothing going here on that drive. Kuzma to James. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Simmons lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
James to J.R. Smith. James to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Simmons to Embiid. Los Angeles, they have it. James to Davis. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Anthony Davis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Shot from the lane won't go.
And the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Not that time. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knock loose. Kuzma. Baseline drive. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. 24-second violation. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 33, Marc Gasol.
To Simmons. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Schroeder to Gasol. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Smith with it up top. His guys now down by a point. Embiid. To Simmons. LeBron James. sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And he hits. Harris gets it in the right corner. And the basket good at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Gasol, good for two. Great footwork once again.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active. We knew exactly what to do with it.
Lakers. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
To Simmons. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
James gets a look. Can't hit. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
And he knocks it down at the line. Across the timeline comes James. The deficit now up to 5. To Schroeder. James. To Kyle Kuzma. Nice pass to set things up.
Hey, look. Pretty dudes can mix it up once in a while, too, I guess.
To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Can't convert the free throw. Schroeder to Gasol. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
James to Schroeder. From the painted area, won't go down. To Simmons. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Joel Embiid swats it. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
LeBron with it up top. The deficit now up to 12. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. To Simmons. Can't miss those. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. New blood coming in for both sides. To J.R. Smith.
Into the game for the Lakers. Number 20, Anthony Davis.
Chance here for LeBron. No good. Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself, when you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers took this down to the wire before getting the win. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Lakers lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Simmons could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
Game 1-9 Los Angeles Lakers 1-9 Philadelphia 76ers 1-4-2 Final.